Well, chances are, throughout your journey in the city, you've walked past a handmade poster with a picture and the following words scrawled across it: missing dog or cat. And it often begs the question, at least of me, what other recourse does a pet parent have other than wallpapering the city with those posters? Enter one Brooklyn resident inspiring hope with his ability to find lost pets and reunite them with their loving owners. Jim Tierney is an intuitive pet tracker known as the Intuitive Walker. And Jim says he uses his gift of clairvoyance and practical lost pet strategies to try and help find these missing fur babies. And joining us live this morning to tell us more about his gift for tracking is the Intuitive Walker himself, Jim Tierney. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
First of all, I'd like to...
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I wonder if you can explain to our viewers what exactly an intuitive pet tracker is and how it works.
Essentially, it's you know, I don't know if there's many other intuitive pet trackers. I know that there's pet psychics, but for an intuitive pet tracker, I'm using the like you said, the common sense sort of practical steps. When we come to a place where there's no more sightings, I do throw in the intuitive abilities as well, just because I have had instances in the past where that's helped. So I coined it intuitive pet tracker. So I think I'm the only one, actually.
I like it. I like it. So you've been credited with finding several lost pets and some that were missing for weeks and even months. We're going to show a little clip of one of those happy reunions.
Awesome.
Guy!
Yeah.
Guy!
Don't let him out. You can't let him out.
Oh my God! Guy! 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 Oh my God! Guy! Oh, Guy, I thought you were gone!
I mean, you can just see the reaction from the owners when they get reunited. Tell us what's happening here specifically.
So with Ryan didn't know that we actually had located Guy, who's been missing for 8 weeks. And we didn't want to tell him because we wanted to make sure, you know, he didn't get disappointed because there were so many Shiba Inus that were running around. So in that particular case, we said, we have your dog. He said, well, let me come and see it. And that's the moment where he realized it's his dog. And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really touching.
I bet. So I wonder if we could dig a little bit deeper on this idea of remote viewing. And we actually have a breakdown of some of the pictures you drew and how they led to finding that puppy Guy, whose reunion we just saw. So can you walk us through the progression of this from vision to Guy's recovery?
Okay, great. Yeah, so I did right there. That's the drawing I did about 2 weeks, I believe, before we even got a sighting in that warehouse. It looks like a bridge, a splintery bridge or a half pipe. The top part was a cylinder type thing, and that was actually something I thought was JFK, or not JFK, LaGuardia. This half pipe is right across the street from where Guy was spotted. This was all, you know, figured out in retrospect when I say that after we had found Guy, we realized, oh, that's where the half pipe was. But for Guy's particular case, there was, you know, another, you know, version of the intuitive abilities that came in, which was seeing the picture. But yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, Jim. So how did you come to find out that the puppy Guy was missing? And did that sketch come to you?
Yeah, no, I was working the case, and what happened was we had dried up on leads. There was no more sightings. It was about a month, and finally, Brittany, she was helping out with the case, and she said, you know, do you have any, you know, any visions? And I would draw. I did a remote viewing session, and that's actually what I came up with, and it was interesting. I kind of had the feeling that was a half pipe, but I was kind of doubting it because I was wondering how many half pipes would be in the city next to the water and all that stuff. So had I actually followed through with that, I would have realized there was only 2 indoor half pipes and one of them was right there. We could have, you know, focused on that area more.
Do these, because what you do is fascinating, clairvoyance is fascinating. Most of us on this broadcast have dogs. How did you know that you had this ability and why apply it to missing pets? Do you have this ability with missing people as well?
It started with missing people. I helped find a friend of mine had contacted me about a friend that went missing in Vermont, and so I drew on the map. The cops didn't really want to deal with it because they don't often like to deal with you know, people that have clairvoyance. The family found out about the drawing, and then they found the woman. I think 2 days later, and it was 1/10 of a mile from where I put on the map.
Wow!
And it happened. Yeah, it happened the second time in New Jersey as well. So that's when I said, hey, I love animals. Yeah, I want to do this for dogs.
Well, thank goodness you're doing it for those unfortunate people who lose their pets. Jim Tierney, the intuitive walker, is on the scene. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course, and check out the Intuitive Walker website and on Instagram for more information on his efforts to help find lost pets.
All right, That is amazing.
Right?
And fascinating.
Yeah.